Good morning, friends. Welcome back to Astrology Today and Tarot. My name is Mel Rose. This is the Tarot portion and the second half of my daily astrology vlog, which you can check out on my other channel, Astrology Today with Mel Rose. Over there, you'll find a description of the day's astrology as I have spelled it out here. Here, I will discuss the tarot card that sits on the side of the page, and then I'll play another card that, in the context of today's astrology, may give us something more to think about. So let's get into it. The card that sits on the side of the page has changed, friends. We have entered, the sun has entered its first full day in the sign of Sagittarius. And so Sagittarius being a fire sign, we now have wands, which are fire element in the tarot. Wands, fire element symbolism has to do with spark, drive, initiative, motivation, those sort of feelings that arise that make us want to get up and take action and do something. And also it sort of reflects the actions we have taken, the things that we have achieved through that sense of spark and drive. So here we have the Eight of Wands. And the Eight of Wands really represents a moment of momentum. A feeling of things just moving forward. This is, sort of our fire, our sense of initiative, all just sort of pointing the way. The sky is clear. You've got a nice clear river, and you can probably just get in a boat and float on down there. It's a good day to travel. It's a good day to get out and take care of the business you need to take care of. It's a good time to be thinking about what you're using all of this momentum to do, all right? Because this is the time to be taking advantage of that sort of forward motion that we feel in our lives. And okay, with that said, I'm going to go ahead and shuffle these cards really quick because I haven't yet. And I just want to thank you all so much for being here. I appreciate your presence. Today is the new moon in Sagittarius. The moon moves into Sagittarius this afternoon at 2:15, and then a couple hours later, the new moon becomes perfected. We enter that time of pause between when we stop our creative release of things that no longer serve us, and we begin our creative increase of the intentions we have set. We will set, and plans will set to meet goals for the full moon coming up in a couple of weeks. And then 5 minutes after that happens, Jupiter goes direct. So, Jupiter rules Sagittarius. We've got sun and moon in Sagittarius today. We've got Jupiter going direct. That sense of momentum, that sense of expansion, of getting up and out and moving forward is very much with us. And I want to say that Jupiter, in Jupiter direct in Pisces, brings us growth and expansion when we show compassion and seek creative ways to connect. Okay, with that said, we got the Knight of Cups. This is great. Okay, so the Knight of Cups is a person who knights come in with a little bit of speed. They come in, on a horse. They're a little more mobile. They're well supported, and you see that stream flowing. It's a lot like the stream flowing in the Eight of Wands picture. This is forward motion. This is water in motion. So mutable water would be Pisces, right? Where Jupiter is right now. So this is connection and creativity, sort of in motion, coming into our lives. The Knight of Wands is a person who's very in touch with their heart. They're very in touch with what's going on in their emotions, what's coming up from their intuitions. They know themselves in that way, and they can feel that sort of ambiance of other people's vibrations around them as well. Okay, so the way this one is holding the cup out, it's almost like making an offer. And another thing that often comes up with knights, especially like sort of in love readings, is like a suitor showing up, right? And this would be the kind of suitor or the kind of potential friendship or romance that that comes with like a strong sense of emotional connection, right? So that's the Knight of Cups, and I do love that I see the parallel here of the streams The sort of nice rolling hills in both cards, and then that string that just says, yes, we're going forward. This also reminds me that we've just come out of Scorpio. We've just come out of Sun in Scorpio. We're today just coming out of Moon in Scorpio. So, we took that time in Scorpio to really get in touch with our feelings, and not just what our feelings, feel like, but what information arises with them, like sort of what they tell us about, what our intuition tells us, what our feelings tell us, in terms of bodily experience, and what our feelings tell us in terms of questions that we might have to ask. Okay, so we've just spent this whole month, Sun in Scorpio, really getting in touch with ourselves, with our inner selves, hopefully doing some personal work on ourselves. I know that I did. We had eclipse season during Scorpio, and it got pretty deep there for a couple of weeks where we really got to turn within and reckon with ourselves a little bit. So having reckoned with ourselves a little bit, we know a little bit better who we are, and we come into Sagittarius season knowing what it is that we have to offer in terms of emotional and intuitive support to other people. And that does really put me in mind of Jupiter going direct in Pisces today. So Jupiter rules Pisces and Sagittarius. So this is a very powerful and auspicious day for a very powerful and auspicious planet. Jupiter is making this move while basically effective in both of its signs, right? So Jupiter is trine to the Sun that is in Pisces, Sun trine Jupiter. That's a very good fortune vibe. And Jupiter is also sextile to Pluto. Okay, so these transformations we've been going through, this inner work that we did in Scorpio, Pluto's a ruler of Scorpio, has really worked well for us. Hopefully we've gotten some good work, or some good cooperation, or made some good movement or progress, on things that we've been working on internally. We really had some good cooperation there to do that. Jupiter went retrograde about 4 months ago. It's been stationary in the sky for a little bit, and now it's direct. It's in Pisces. Jupiter in Pisces, like I said, shows us growth and personal expansion. Not just direct. When it's direct, it's not just personal. It's for the people around us. It's for our communities. It's really for the world at large, right? This is the time when things expand and get bigger and better, hopefully. And so right now, though, Jupiter shows us growth and expansion when we show compassion and look for creative ways to connect with one another, when we feel our connection to spirit, when we feel our sense of faith, and also, just when we, what do I want to say about that? When we, yes, imagine those better circumstances for ourselves that we've been imagining. So Jupiter and Neptune have been essentially conjunct within 10 degrees of one another in the same sign for a little while now, and they're still here. They're still kind of inviting us with these trine, this sort of complex, this rubber band effect of trine energies between our personal life and our ability, our capacity to dream and expand. They've been working with us. They've been giving us this very blessed, auspicious energy that makes it easy for us to imagine those bigger, better versions of ourselves that we'd like to be, do, and have. And so, that's been great to be able to dream those things up and expand. And now Jupiter's, taking that information that we did when we were doing that personal inner work, and it's gone direct, and it's going to stay in Pisces for a short while. Okay. It'll still be about showing compassion is how we sort of find the path forward. Okay. Showing compassion and looking for creative ways to be connected with ourselves, with others, with spirit, with humanity in general, with life in general, right? And then after a while, so that's going to be the how we get set foot on our path forward at this time. And then shortly Jupiter will make ingress to Aries, and in Aries that will be showing us that the how is more about taking direct action, being bold and brave, and sort of making a conquest of the things that we want to achieve for ourselves. So that's that. Let's see here. So I've already drawn a lot of parallels between the Eight of Wands and the Knight of Cups, and really we're seeing the Eight of Wands and the Knight of Cups like this: Sun and Moon, Venus and Mercury, all in Sagittarius today. Moon crosses into Sagittarius today around 2 in the afternoon, Central Standard Time, friends. So all these personal planets, that's us. This is our sense of purpose, how we shine in the world. This is who we are on the inside, how it feels to be us, who we are with the people we keep close. This is our rational intellect and our loving, sort of receptive hearts, trying to always draw in what it is that we love. All here in the land of Sagittarius, all in this sort of up and out energy, right? All in this sort of, very positive, very exploratory, very interested in our own growth and the growth of circumstances in general, right? Ruled by Jupiter, okay? And then we've got the Knight of Cups here, which is, that's mutable fire. Sagittarius is mutable fire. Pisces is mutable water, okay? So it's this mutable energy working together, talking to us about how we've come to this place and how we are moving forward, and right now, we have all this spirited, active, physical sense of momentum, and it's combined with what we have learned about ourselves during all of that inner emotional, intuitive work that we did in Pisces. So we come into this really knowing what we have to offer, like I said, and really knowing that the path forward has to do with showing up with love, okay? With applying loving kindness to the situations that we encounter. And as long as we do that, we know that we're supported, and we know we have the possibility of moving forward. And moving forward is writ large on both of these pictures, okay? This is the future in this direction. Everybody's looking in this direction. The wands are all pointing in this direction. The rivers are flowing in this direction. The hills in the background, when they're not tall, that means it's not as challenging. We've got some momentum on our side, and we've got sort of a nice clear blue day and sort of an open road and a full tank of gas. So let's enjoy this forward motion momentum while we have it in hand. And let's do our best to take advantage of it by, showing compassion, looking for creative ways to connect as we move forward with the beginning stages of our creative cycle, where we set intentions, we start to make plans so that we can, then have goals, and then we can complete those goals. Hopefully some of them in time for that full moon that's coming up in 2 weeks. Okay, friends, I think that's all I have to say about it today. Thank you so much for being here. I truly appreciate your presence. My name is Mel Rose, and I'll see you all back here tomorrow for more Astrology Today and Tarot.